Croeso I sianel Blaid Llwyd. Well, we kind of end up skipping March with essays, but here we are starting off April with some more Shuichi and Hector. It's day 16, Friday, May 26th. The teacher has already left the class by the time the bell announced the start of our lunchtime. Class today hasn't been nearly as confusing as the past few days. For once, we're actually studying the subject matter that is in our curriculum instead of something completely unrelated. Less Shima Sensei's enthusiasm, the dude needs to start sticking to the guidelines. Class felt a little different today for some reason. The teacher probably got a talking to for straying from the curriculum. It happens every now and again. What's this happened before? Around once every couple of months, yeah. Shima Sensei is notorious for it. I'm surprised they haven't fired him if he does it that often. Well, he's a good teacher and he's well liked by the students. And that's enough to get him off the hook? Pretty much. Huh. Good morning. Ah, Shuichi-san, good morning. Hey. Hey. Oh man, I feel really awkward right now. After the kiss we shared yesterday, Shuichi had to rush back home due to his father's strict curfew. And now we're kinda dating? I don't know how I'm supposed to act around him. Did you manage to get home in time for your curfew yesterday? Well, I was a couple of minutes late. I was able to excuse myself by making up a lie about having to talk to the faculty about plans for the festival. And he bought that? Well, he's got no reason not to. I'm the student council president after all. I still think a 6 PM curfew is kind of ridiculous for someone our age. Most of what Dad does is ridiculous. He's pretty strict when it comes to rules and regulations. So, Hector, how was your day after you went home yesterday? You didn't answer my text. Sorry, I was feeling a little awkward. Why were you feeling awkward? Oh, that's... Right, I forgot this isn't something we should be talking about openly. I mean... Well, I asked him to do something for me, but he had to refuse, and I guess he felt awkward because of it. Oh, I guess Hector-san really does feel awkward about saying no to people. That's definitely true. Damn, Shuichi's not usually this good at lying. Yeah, I just like to please people, I guess. Actually, Hector, I came here to ask you to eat your lunch with me in the student council room. I kind of need your help with something while we eat. Would that be okay? Oh, sure. I guess it'll just be me and Miss Oguchi-san today, huh? Yeah, sorry, Jun-kun. I really need to borrow this guy. No problem. Have a nice lunch. You too. See you back in class later, Jun. I'll see ya. We run into Saya just as we are leaving the classroom. What? Oh, wait, where are you two going? Oh, I need Hector's help with something. Really? With what? Something student council related. Sai looks between the two of us and raises an eyebrow. You asked Hector of all people for that? Are you that strapped for choices? Hey! No, I just preferred working with someone I'm already familiar with if I had to bring someone from outside to help. Wouldn't Kay couldn't be a better choice for that, or, arrogance aside, me? Oh, well, yeah. You're already busy with your own clubs and things. Hey, don't just agree with that I'm a bad choice so easily. No, that's not what I meant. It's just... Saya shakes her head and smiles. You can barely even finish a sentence today. You really do need help. Enjoy your lunch. I hope you'll be able to finish whatever it is you need help with. Thanks, Saya-chan. See ya. Oh man, I'm really not good with all this whole lying thing. Yeah, I'll say. Nice job bringing up yesterday in front of June. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not used to having to hide things. I still feel a little awkward being around him after yesterday. I'm not quite sure how to act. So, I was just hoping we could eat together alone since we're, you know... Man, it's so weird to suddenly start dating after being friends for so long. Really? You're feeling that way too? Of course. We were best friends for 12 years and all of a sudden we're dating? Of course I don't know how to act. Should I act all boyfriend-like and start spoon-feeding you, or holding your hand, or calling you by a pet name? We only agreed to start dating yesterday. Don't even know if I should be calling you my boyfriend yet. Besides, boyfriend, that's something that'll take me a while to get used to. Ah, yeah, I understand. How about we just have a seat and eat together for now? Yeah, that's a good idea. At least I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one feeling awkward here. I don't even know how to proceed with this whole thing. I see you have a convenience store lunch today again. Hitaka's really sticking to her guns on this. She said she won't start packing me lunches again until I agree to take her out with my friends. Wouldn't that be a little awkward since she's... and you and I, you know... Gee, that was so cryptic, I don't know if I can crack that code. Come on, she's already embarrassing enough. Don't make me say the actual words. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. I'm scared of how she'd react if she found out about us. If? I mean, you're not even sure if you really want to date me yet. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and come out to my family. Yeah, have a bite. Shuichi interrupts our conversation by grabbing a piece of egg with his chopsticks and putting it in front of my face. We're actually doing that? Well, I want to give it a try. Fine. I tentatively eat the egg in front of me, feeling my face getting flushed. This is kind of fun. This is really embarrassing. Oh, should I stop? Please, I don't think I'm ready for this kind of thing. Alright, I'll stop. What kind of thing should we do now that we're dating now? Do we need to do anything different? I mean, otherwise it doesn't really feel like anything's changed. I guess. Oh, maybe I should hold your hand then. Shuichi revs out and grabs my right hand, squeezing it tightly. How about this? Shuichi, I can't eat like this. Oh, well, that's true. He pulls his hand away, sighing. Man, I really suck at this kind of thing. You've dated a lot before. What did you used to do with your girlfriends? That's... Honestly, I tend to spend as little time as possible with them just because I wasn't really that interested. And then when we were together, we tended to just... No, we're not ready for that kind of thing. Huh? What do you mean? I'll tell you later. Okay. It doesn't feel like anything changed, though. I don't think anything has to change. Are you saying you don't want to date me anymore? What? No, that's not what I meant. Oh, I think my heart stopped for a second there. Sorry, I might have been a little ambiguous for a second there. It's just that we're best friends. Even if we're dating, that's not really going to change. We'll just be doing more things we didn't do before. I think we should just do things as they come naturally. There's no point forcing ourselves to change just because we have to. That would just make both of us uncomfortable. I guess that's true. I've just been dreaming of this for a long time. I guess I got a little ahead of myself. But that's alright. It's a big change what we're doing. We need to get ourselves time to get used to it. I myself still need to wrap my head around the whole idea. I'm not only dating my best friend of 12 years, I'm dating a guy. It still feels strange. Well, I'll bet. Don't worry, I'll give you as much time as possible to adjust. Should I refrain from kissing you until you're used to it? Gotta admit, after doing it yesterday, I'm already craving for more. Maybe not completely. You mean I can kiss you now? Just eat your lunch. Aww. Maybe once we're done eating. Stop looking at me like that. Yay! We continue munching on our food quietly. I don't know why, the mood is different when we used to eat together before. It's a lot more awkward than I thought. But at the same time, I feel really satisfied just sitting next to him. Man, I really need to figure out my own feelings, don't I? You know, I kind of want to call you by a pet name. Pet name? Yeah, I kind of want to call you something different since we're dating now and all. It might be a bit corny, but I've always dreamed of calling a partner of mine by a name no one else was allowed to use. I don't know. Well, it's up to you. I won't do it unless you let me. Although it'd probably be something conspicuous since we can't just give it away that we're dating. Maybe we should stick to shortening your name? Hector doesn't really shorten well, unfortunately. I don't think Heck is a good one. Shuichi is so unlikely to know this name, but I'm going to use it. Because it's not something you use for just anyone. How about Cariad? Cariad, huh? I like it. Feels kind of embarrassing though, but I guess it's good. And I'll be the only one who gets to call you something different. That's one way to feel special. You're pretty easy to please, huh? Well, pretty much. Oh, and by the way, I love you, Cariad. Don't just say that out of nowhere. It's embarrassing. It just feels so good to finally be allowed to say it. It's so weird. Oh, by the way, I already finished my lunch. Do I get a kiss now? You won't let this go, will you? Well, not unless you actually say no. My face feels so hot right now. I'm going to finish my food first. Oh, sure. It's going to take me some time to get used to all this. I'm walking towards practice for the day. Made some progress in improving my stamina and backhand lately. Since those are some of my weakest areas, it's good to be able to work on them. I see Keiko and Saya talking to each other in front of the building, while a mass of students does a variety of exercises on the side. Ah, good afternoon, Hector-san. Hey there, what are you guys talking about? We were discussing the possibility of renting a few courts for the students that will take part in the Kanto Regional Tournament in July. It's not good to be missing practice for a whole month. Well, that sounds like a good idea. What do you guys need? Right now, a budget. Even if it's just until the festival is over, renting courts for 5 hours a day and 5 days a week will be pretty costly. We have to submit a request to the student council. They would then have to submit it to the school. Oh, great. Bureaucracy. We do have Urato who can intercede on our behalf if we ask nicely. Just try not to ask too many favours of him. He's already got a lot of stuff to do as it is. Oh, I know that. It's just this one thing. By the way, did you guys manage to get that thing done? What thing? The thing he pulled your way during lunch to do? Yeah, that. Yeah, sure, we managed to get it done. You guys were working on something during lunchtime. What was it? It's just student council stuff. Really boring. Just forget about it. You don't know I plan to run for the student council next year, right? Knowing about it could even be helpful for me. That's a bit... Hey guys. Ah! Shuichi suddenly walks up behind me, putting a hand on my shoulder and making me jump. Right, have you been asking for Hector-san's help on council-related issues? Just this morning. Why? You know, I actually want to be in the student council. Why couldn't you call me? That's what I asked him this morning. Oh, come on, don't make a big deal out of this. I just had to pick up people that could all help me, and I decided I'd put Cariad with me. Cariad? Sai looks right at me with a raised eyebrow. I immediately look away, suddenly feeling very exposed. I just thought I'd switch things up a bit. No big deal. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to steal Hector for the day. Oh, what? I have practice. Oh, come on, I just need your help with something. Pretty please? Twice in a single day? Give him a rest. He was just telling us not to ask too many favours of you, and here you are doing it again in the same day. You're asking me favours? I don't want your help with to secure more budget for the tennis club, so we can rent courts to the players that will participate in the regional tournament to practice. Oh, sure, why not? Or submit an application, I'll have a look, see if I can fast track the process. That easy? Well, of course, it's your club after all. It'll directly benefit you. Why shouldn't I? This feels weird. Am I getting preferential treatment? This isn't just for Hector-san's sake, you know. Sai looks between the two of us with a raised eyebrow. For some reason, it kind of creeps me out. As long as it helps the club, then it's fine, right? I suppose so. Anyway, I really need to steal him away now. Need him to help me choose some new drapes for the house. Dad wants to do some renewal. And he's doing that by buying new drapes? Oh, sure, why not? Learn to lie better. I guess I should go with him now. Wouldn't want his father to dislike his new drapes. Sure, you do that. Alright, I'll get started on the application right after the end of the day. I'll see about having it ready for you in the morning, Urata. Oh great, I'll be waiting. Shuichi takes me to a nearby park. He's all smiles the entire way there, even as we walk in silence. I can't help but feel a little annoyed the entire way there. What's wrong? You don't look so chipper now, right now. You're way too obvious. I am, but I'm not even touching you right now. I'm not talking about now. Look at the horrible excuse you gave them. I'm sure Saya already thinks there's something up. With her, I wouldn't really doubt it. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, it's just that Saya-chan is really perceptive. A lot more than you think. How so? Okay, please don't get mad. I'm not going to like this, am I? She's kind of known about my feelings for you for a while now. What? Well, I don't really know how she figured it out. She just walked up to me one day and asked me point blank about it. She later agreed to keep it a secret because she didn't want our friendship at risk. She did say I needed to learn to be a little less obvious, though. Why am I not surprised? Oh, sorry. Is that it, though? If so, I'll try to be a little more careful. I'm just so happy right now, I can't help it. His tail wagging at the speed of a helicopter blade certainly makes that abundantly clear. Are we good then? When I don't answer, the look on his face shifts. And Cariad? Is there something else? Just, you got me pulled out of practice without even asking me if I was okay with that. I was actually looking forward to it today, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think you'd... Well, I thought you'd be happy about that. I just really want to spend more time with you now that we're dating. I guess I wasn't thinking. I don't think that's a bad thing. Just ask me beforehand, okay? Oh, Roger. And, sorry. I'm still pretty new to this whole dating thing. I don't really know how I'm supposed to act. It's alright. We'll figure this out together. Man, I feel weird for saying that. Every time I think it out, I have a small pause in my brain where it just goes, Shuichi and I are dating? Well, are you crazy? You'll have to learn to get rid of that one, huh? So, was there anything you had in mind that you wanted to do? Oh, not at all. Just wanted to spend some time with you. I don't really mind what we're doing. You really are easy to please. Well, I am. As long as I'm with you, I'm already happy. Man, you really have some pretty sappy lines now that we're dating. Well, I've always wanted to say them, but since we weren't dating before, I thought you'd be creeped out. That was probably a good call. Oh, I know. How about we go out for ice cream? That's a thing that couples do, right? It's also a thing we did before we even started dating. I guess that's true. Honestly, you remember what I told you this morning? You don't need to keep racking your brain trying to think of couples activities. Oh, I know that. I just wanted us to do something fun together. What's wrong with just having fun by doing the things we usually do? Oh, I guess there's nothing wrong. I'm just being a bit greedy. That you are. Hey, can you come with me for a second? Shuichi grabs my hand and drags me to a few nearby trees. What are you doing? Well, I just thought this patch of trees would be semi-private, so I wanted to come here for a bit. Why? Before my brain can even process what happened, I feel something press up against my lips and quickly pull back. What? Yeah, sorry. I just really wanted to kiss you. Warn me before you do things like that. Okay. The excitement has turned into a happy-go-lucky idiot. You don't seem too happy. You're kissing me in public. I'm embarrassed. There's no one around, though. We should be fine. You're too relaxed. There's no way I can tell him I actually liked it. He's already been dumb and careless as it is. He doesn't need another nudge. Really? Because from my point of view, you're the one who's too tense. Whatever you say. Let's go for that ice cream. It's really going to take me a while to get used to this. Saturday, 27th of May. Despite my early morning grogginess, I begin cooking as soon as I get up. I know that if I allow my laziness to win out, I'll never get to it. And today, like always, Mom left the house before either of us even woke up. I'm starting to feel like I'm more of a parent in this house than her, and that's not a good thing. Aki, you sure it's alright for you to still be home? Don't you have anything to do at your club today? I speak to my brother who's sitting on the couch and watching TV. Or at least absent-mindedly flipping through the channels while eating his breakfast sandwich. I already told you I was free. Besides, today's an important day, so I couldn't let myself get double booked. Well, aren't you a dependable little boy? Oh, I don't know what he's so important about today. Aki turns around on the couch, looking at me with a scowl. More than you. Hey, I'm the one who's cooking for us. And I'm the one who had to wake you up. At least learn to use your alarm. Well, I know how to use it. I just don't have any reason to do it today. It's not like I have any plans. Aki looks at me with a raised eyebrow and puckered lip. He merely studies my face for a few seconds before sighing. Sure, let's see how well that'll go for you. Stop being such a smartass with me. And stop patronising me. I wasn't patronising, I was praising you. If that's what you're trying to do, then you really need to get better at praising people. You used to be so cute and innocent. What happened to you? No, I didn't. You're breaking your big bro's heart. Aki shrugs, turning back to look at the television and choosing to ignore me. Just then the sound of knocking echoes with the entrance to the house, snapping my attention away from what I'm doing for just a second. Aki, can you... Got it. He hops off the couch and goes to answer the door with no prompting on my part. Oh, Shuichi, what are you doing here? My hands stop moving as soon as I hear his name and lift my head to look at the entrance. Shuichi, what are you doing here this early in the morning? Early? It's 8:45. And he only woke up 20 minutes ago. Wow, seriously? Come on, man, you can do better than that. It's a Saturday, I want you to sleep a little. Back off. I guess some things never change. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. Hey, Shuichi, don't you have to be in your competition soon? Oh right, today's the quarter and semi-finals, isn't it? I can't believe you of all people forgot. Even those were the words he said, the ones I heard were different. I can't believe my boyfriend of all people forgot. When I thought about it that way, I suddenly felt really disappointed in myself. I'm sorry. No, it's fine, I more or less expect that kind of thing from you anyway. Part of me wants to be offended by that, but I can't really. Hey, at least you accept it. That's already a miracle by itself. Well, listen here, you little shit. Oh no, you're not about to call your brother that in front of me. Mind your language. Oh, come on, you curse too. Not at a 12-year-old. You're an adult. To be fair, I think I'm more of an adult than him. Alright, that's it. Come here, little twerp. Ah, stay away. Why do I even bother? Aki and I run circles around the kitchen island as I chase him. Are you kidding me with this? Aki is 12. What is your excuse? Oh, shut up. God, I fell for an idiot. Gotcha. Aha! I grab Aki by the arms. He squirms to get away from me. It's punishment time, brat. I healed. Nope. I put him closer to me, wrapping my arms around his torso from behind, begin to tickle his stomach, which I already know from experience is his weak spot. Nikki, stop. Have you learned your lesson already? Don't mess with your superiors. I wasn't aware you were my superior. What? How dare you? Speaking of that, I'll keep going for longer still. No. Hey, Cariad, if you keep going like that for much longer, he's going to have a hard time breathing. Oh, right. Aki jumps away from me, panting and smiling. You haven't beaten me yet. I have, in every way. Well, I can think of quite a few things he far outclasses you in. What? Shuichi's supposed to be on my side. Says who? Well, it's just... Oh, God, relax. There's no need to look at me like that. What? You were teasing me? Oh, something like that, yeah. You really make it easy after all. Looking at me like that isn't going to change anything. I'm not scared of a little pouting. Jerk. What did I do? Aki looks between the two of us with a raised eyebrow. Once I notice the look on his face, I ask, What? Why are you looking at us like that? He shakes his head and walks away from us, going back to the TV. Nothing. You should probably finish what you're doing, by the way. Wouldn't want to be late for Shuichi's game. Right. Shuichi leans a little closer to me, speaking in a whisper. Does he know something? About what? What do you mean about what? About us, you dunderhead. Oh, right. No, I don't think he does. To be perfectly honest, half the time I don't think I do either. I know it's only been 2 days, but it still doesn't feel real. Then again, the whole dating thing's always been really awkward for me, no matter who it was with. How about I do like Aki suggested and finish this up real quick so we can be on our way? Sure, need some help? From you? Hardly. What's that supposed to mean? Oops, I let my internal thoughts escape so I could put a pin on them. Just I don't want you to handle knives or anything of sorts before an important game. What if you cut a finger? Oh, I hate that makes sense. I was able to make up a convincing lie on the spot. Hell yeah, go me! I'll be done with this in a little bit and we can go. Actually, when is your game, by the way? I thought it'd already be underway by now. It's at 10. Thought I had some extra time, so I came by to check up on you. You know, since I had expected you to forget and all. You're really not going to let me live this down, are you? Not a chance. I should have seen this coming. Man, this place is bigger than I remember. The last time I've been here was during last year's winter competition when I came over to cheer for Shuichi's team. I get the feeling that I say this every time I come here, but this place really always seems freakishly big. Oh, I'm going to have to leave now. I should spend as much time with my team as possible preparing for the match, if you guys don't mind. We understand. Go be a captain. Besides, this is our first time doing this kind of thing. Fair enough. I'll write you a message others. They all said they should be arriving soon. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully after we win the quarters. Don't you dare return as a loser. I won't take you back. Ouch. But yes, I better give my all in this one. Shuichi leans close to me for a second when Aki is distracted and whispers some words in my ear. I'll try and get some alone time after the match is over, okay? My cheeks become slightly hot when I hear him say that, but I happily nod anyway. See you later. Good luck. Shuichi walks past the crowd, making his way towards his team's changing room and eventually leaving our sight completely. Should we just wait by the entrance until the others arrive? That'd be the smartest idea, yeah. Okay, I'm going to buy some juice at the vending machine. I'll be right back. Don't wander too far. I won't. Now what am I supposed to do? 9:45. There's still 15 minutes before Shuichi's match starts. Times like these, I always wish I had the forethought to bring something to play with while I wait. Huh? It's only for a moment, but I see a familiar figure pass by from the corner of my eye. On a second thought, I follow after him to make sure it is who I think it is. Haruki? As soon as I make positive identification, I call out to him, feeling a little incredulous. His ears twitch once he hears his name, and he turns around slowly, a scowl on his face. Once he sees me, his lips quiver ever so slightly, while I decide to interpret his amusement. "You isn't it a fag? Come to cheer for your hubby?" What are you even doing here? His ears twitch once again. He raises an eyebrow. "You don't remember I'm also on this team, don't you?" "I know that, it's just I didn't think you'd care to show up." He shrugs, sticking his hands back into his pockets. "I didn't really even care about the whole cheering thing. They didn't put me into play, so I stopped giving a fuck. Then I raised it if they lost, I wouldn't want to miss it." "You suck." "Pretty sure it's the other way around. By the way, you guys fuck yet?" "What? That's hardly any of your business." "I'm going to take that as a no. I do know you guys have started dating already at the very least." "How do you know that?" "Because the dog has had his head in the clouds the past 2 days. It's pretty obvious when you're aware of the circumstances." "You're not going to tell anyone, are you?" He shrugs, giving me one of the biggest shitting grins I've ever seen from him. "I thought about doing it. It'd be really fun to see you two all embarrassed as everyone around you whispered." "What the hell? If you... But..." Cuts me off before I can finish my sentence. "I decided it's none of my business what you two do beyond closed doors. I'm in no place to judge. Whether you tell anyone is up to you two. Just try not to be obvious about it." "Oh. What am I supposed to do with all this pent-up rage now?" "You're surprisingly kinder than you let on. Well, I think you might just be a good guy after all." He scowls, looking at me with disgust. "Yuck. Now let me hear those words come out of your mouth again, fag." "Are you just going to call me that every time I make you a little bit uncomfortable?" "Try me." "Baby steps, I suppose." "Haniki, where did you go? I was having a hard time finding you." Aki noticed Haruki right then, his body stiffening reflexively to the sight of a stranger. Hello." He tugs on my sleeve to get me to crouch a bit, and he whispers in my ear. "Who is this guy? He looks like a really unpleasant type." The wolf's ears twitch. "I have really good hearing, you know." "Oh, sorry." Man, I know Aki's still a kid, but I'm not used to seeing him backing away from anyone. Haruki really does have seriously and friendly aura to him. He's someone I know from school. He's helped me out a bit recently, and I kind of owe him. "Oh, As he hears those words, Aki stands up straight, looking the wolf right in the eye. Then he bows. What, Aki? Like you were taking care of my useless older brother. I'm sorry I was so rude to you. Hey! The unthinkable happens. Seeing this sight, Haruki's gaze softens considerably. To my shock, I see a genuine smile sprouting across his face for a second. It's alright, kid. Don't mention it. The sound of vibrations rings from Aki's pocket and he fishes his phone out. Oh, Sayane is calling me. She's probably arrived with the others. She told me they were coming together. Wait, why is she calling you? Probably she knows calling you is just a wasted effort. Anyway, I'll be right back. What? Hey, come back here. Paying me no mind, Aki walks off to answer his phone. Man, even your kid brother respects you. That's a new kind of low. I almost feel bad for you. Gee, thanks. Aren't you sweet? Yeah, don't hit on me, fag. I wasn't... Never mind. By the way, what was your reaction when you saw my brother? What do you mean? Come on, you started smiling so much it's cute to see. Do you maybe have a soft spot for kids? His eyes open wide, gasping and staring at me in complete and utter shock. Fuck off, fag. Is that the only word you have in your repertoire? Sorry, queer. I can't even muster a response to it. At this point, I think I've mostly become desensitized to his constant insults. Part of it because I no longer think he really means any of it. To me, he only says what he does because he wants to keep people away. Most of it exists, he does it so often I no longer find it in me to care. Oh, come on, it's boring if you don't say something back. Sorry, I didn't come here to entertain your highness every whim. What a letdown. You have a much easier time making friends if you didn't act so downright annoying all the time. Hey, I have an idea. If you're going to stick around to watch the games, why don't you join us? His expression falters for a second. Join you and your brother? We also have a few friends of mine and Shuichi's with us. They should be here in a bit. The first time I see that regular unfriendly look on his face switch to uncertainty for only a fraction of a second. He flinches where he stands, looking down at the ground. I'll pass. Being in the group isn't my style. I prefer to fly solo. Prefer to or only know how to? What? Just saying, if you want to have some company, you can join us. We're not going to eat you or something. Are you trying to convert me into your little fag club or something? Hardly, you're not even that cute. And like the puppy who's making a lot of background noise at the moment. Also, I'd rather you stop saying that so loudly in public. Oh, sorry. He looks down the floor, hesitating for a second, his apology meek and quiet. Until... Wait, why the fuck am I apologising? Fuck no. Fuck you, how about that? Classy. Anyway, just look for us in the stands if you like. See you later. Without giving it a second thought, I turn around and leave behind, ignoring his attempts to have the final say. Maybe if he hangs out with others, he can learn a little bit about dealing with people. If this makes things just a little bit easier for Shuichi, that would make me happy too. Ah, Hector. Sai's voice calls out to me. As I look up, I notice the entire gang standing around and chatting. Well, we're all here. Did you just coincidentally arrive here at the same time? Oh, okay, San picked us up. What? How come that was an option for us? We were out to need to get you much earlier than we did, so I just assumed he'd have been here long before we arrived. We called Aki-kun to tell him we were passing by to pick you guys up. We said you two were already here. Oh man, it's a 40-minute walk to get here. In Acid, why on earth are you complaining about walking? Fair enough. How's Shu-chan? He seemed fine to me. If he was nervous, I couldn't tell. No offense, but you're the last person I'd imagine being able to notice that. Hey! Well, I actually agree. Oh, screw you guys. Well, anyway, Shuichi told me yesterday that he thought the quarterfinals would be pretty easy, so I think he'll be alright for this match. Let's be honest, Urata's team never really has many problems until they reach the finals. Don't even know why we bother coming to these matches before then. I don't. I thought their team was bad. Hector-san told me so. He did? Did I? Please don't look at me like that. They're not bad. As a whole, his team's a tiny little bit better than average. They don't really have many standout players other than Urata. Shuichi's even spent a whole year trying to convince Hector-kun to join the volleyball team. Really? I didn't know you could play, Hector-san. You spent an entire hour watching me help Shuichi practice the day we met. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Well, it's not like Hector is crazy good or anything. He just has a lot of power in his arms, so he's pretty good at spiking the ball. Yeah, I can't serve or receive a crap, but I have a pretty mean spike. You're an ace of glass. Can't even do the most basic things, only score points. That's pretty much what Shuichi wanted me to do, yeah. Why didn't you agree to do it? You think I have the time to practice 2 sports at the same time? If you put a modicum of effort into it, you could probably squeeze volleyball in. It's not like you don't have tons of free time with all the practice you skip out on. Oh, shush. Ah, good to know about that. Oh, Aki, that's right. You were here. He smiles haughtily, sending chills down my spine. I'm pretty sure Mom would like to know that. Didn't you only get her to allow you to drop out of cram school? She told you were so busy with tennis practice? That's not, someone's busted. Please don't tell what we just heard. Forget you heard it at all. I don't know. I have a pretty good memory after all. Oh God, I know where this is going. What will it take? I'll clean my room for a month. What, a month? Are you crazy? Alright, I'm going to text Mom now. Yeah, how about 2 weeks? 2 weeks is good, right? Yeah, Aki? Just kidding, you don't need to do anything for me. Suddenly he starts laughing, causing others to break in laughter as well, as if they saw some organised prank. You were messing with me. Sure was, you're pretty funny too. You little... He puts his hand up, cutting me off. People seem to be getting the habit of doing that frequently with me. Stop skipping practice. If I know you're still doing it, then I will tell Mom. You don't know you're my younger brother, right? You don't get to boss me around like that. Alright, in that case, Mom can. Okay, fine, I got it. He puts his phone back into his pocket, smiling. Seriously, why did you learn to be so manipulative? Me? Manipulative? As if. At least someone is willing to give you a firm kick to the ass to get you to behave. I'm an adult, I don't need someone to make me behave. Strongly disagree there. Bite me. Either way, you should probably get moving. It's almost time for Arata's match to start. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of excited. It's been my first time watching a real volleyball game in person. Is there anything that doesn't get you excited? Oh, lots of things. Why? Never mind. Huh? I'd have better luck talking to a wall than I would get him to notice anything. Man, the stands are packed. What's up with all these people here? It certainly is a lot more than usual. It's the quarterfinals, but Shuichi and his team attracts all of the attention. Minami Kawa isn't even that good. I don't even know why so many people hype them up. We're still second best in the prefecture. People are going to be excited about that. You stop insulting them for just 1 minute. God, Shuichi would be really know if you talked about his team like that. Good thing I'm doing it now, when he's not around. You're really mean when people aren't listening. Won't be the first time I've been told that. I still think they're a pretty good team. They're miles ahead of most of the competition. Only 2 other teams really compete with them. Yeah, one of those is Shiroyama, who routinely bulldozes our school. Was the difference really that big? Yes and no. It's true the Shiroyama Academy team has the best players in the prefecture, but that doesn't really actually mean much. Why not? Well, Saitama's talent pool has been surprisingly bottom of the barrel in recent years. We even lost 3 of our slots for national competitions. Used to be the top 4 would qualify, now it's just top 1. Well, that sounds really unfair. They'd only have to win this match to qualify for nationals if it wasn't for that. Yep, it's been like that the past 5 years or so. Basically, ever since Shuchan became a regular in middle school, he's never got to play in national competition. The saddest part is, last year they managed to qualify for nationals since half of Shiroyama's team got bad food poisoning. The remaining players got defeated early in the competition. But then, almost as kind of calm around once so easily, Shuichi got pneumonia from his constant overworking in preparation of the competition and couldn't play. Lost in the first round then. That's awful. Shuichi knew was pretty upset after that. I think he still is. He also says this is his last chance to qualify. Why? What about the winter competition after this? Well, it's common for seniors to leave their clubs at the start of the year to focus on studying for college entrance exams. Others, like in Shuichi's case, stay for a few months to help their juniors before leaving. I still think he's being stupid. He shouldn't have to leave a club he clearly loves just for something silly like studying for college. How you can even say something that absurd with a straight face shows just how far removed from reality you are. What about what I said was wrong? And even I know you pretty much live in dreamland. Don't make me smack you. Oh, here they come. We see the teams walking out of the court and beginning to warm up. Just a second, I catch myself thinking that Shuichi looks really handsome in his team uniform. Heh, guess this kind of thing is going to happen quite a bit from now on. Not that it's too bad though. Come think of it, I'm pretty sure there were many times in the past where I'd think this. Maybe on some level I've always had this kind of attraction. Man, they look really cool in that uniform. It's a nice looking uniform, that's for sure. Oh hey, you can say nice things. Bite me. I didn't know you were into that kind of thing. I hear a familiar voice speaking behind us, voice that I can immediately recognise. Haruki, did you decide to join us after all? Oh, it's a nice guy from earlier. Nice guy, huh? There's a lot wrong with that sentence, but I'm not going to bother correcting him. Haruki smiles when he sees Aki. Hey there, kid. The stands are really packed, so I couldn't find room anywhere else. Is it alright if I join? Sure, you don't really need to give an explanation. Especially one that sounds so fake. Hector-kun, introduce us. Oh, right. This is one of Shuichi's teammates, Haruki, Sorry, what's your last name again? Koizumi. Right, Haruki Koizumi. Yeah, if you're one of Verata's teammates, then why are you here instead of down there? He shrugs like a boredom plastered across his face. Only so many people can take part in the matches. I didn't make the bench. Oh, sorry. Don't be. I don't get along with that team anyway. Why not? They're all a bunch of submissive cunts who only care about kissing the captain's ass. Oh boy. What did you say? Oh no. Man, you couldn't have picked a more spectacularly worse timing to say that even if you tried. In front of Sire of all people? Why all between Sire and Haruki in horror, he only arches an eyebrow. I get the feeling you don't really want me to repeat myself, so I don't know why you're asking that question. For the love of God, man, you're sticking your foot further down the hole. Hector, can I punch this rude person? No, you can't. But... Haruki, you can't just go around saying things like that. Like I care. With that kind of attitude, I'm starting to see why he wouldn't be on the team. Oi, fucking don't talk to me like I'm not here. Fucking nut. This isn't good. Thank you for stating the obvious, Aki. Hey, I might have invited you to join us, but you're not allowed to talk to my friends like that. I give you a free pass to insult me however much you want, but bite down on your tongue when talking to them. He looks away almost like a little child's being chastised for breaking something. Sorry. He mumbles those words out almost incoherently. Even if he said it so I can barely hear them, I'm still surprised that he even said them at all. Hang on for a sec. I turn around and huddle close to the others, whispering to them. I know he's a little abrasive. He's really not a bad guy at heart. He just has a small attitude problem. You guys just look past that for me. Pretty please? I told you I've good hearing, you know. I choose to ignore that. I think you're being too nice to him. Well, I don't think he's a bad guy either. He's really nice to me. I'm not sure what to think here. You guys do whatever you want. He didn't call any of you a fucking nut. I don't even know what that means. Come on, Sire. We just looked the other way with Shuichi when we first met him, and he was just as bad. Haruki just has a more colourful vocabulary. Damn, now that you mentioned it, I really see the similarities. Just like Shuichi was. Seriously? Shuichi was pretty standoffish when we first met. To say the least, he's changed a lot over the years. Yeah, fine, I'll put up with him for now. Again, I heard that. Stop talking to me like I'm not here, you, never mind. I turn around and see the wolf looking away from us awkwardly, scratching his cheek. Huh. I know I told him not to insult them, but I didn't expect it to stick this quickly. You all the only little secret meeting I was invited to? Pretty much. Now, if I may, I'm going to finish with the introduction, since it looks like they're about to finish their warm-ups too. Ricky turns his head to look at the court, seeing the ball carts being hauled away and the court being wiped clean with all the players stepping out for a moment. Yeah, seems like it. Alright. The tiger here is Jun Kobayashi, the hare is Keisuke Roshihara, the rabbit is Saya Mizuguchi, and the only my little brother Akiyoshi. He nods at my words, but doesn't bother to say any kind of greeting to them. The others, for their part, all look around really uncomfortably. God, why does he have to be so awkward? I did not think things through when I decided to invite him. Oh, look, the match is starting. Saya snaps me out of those thoughts with regret, calling our attention to the court once more. Just as she said, the players are walking to the court and taking their positions. The captains of both teams walk up to the referee and proceeds to make a coin toss. I can't really see the results of the toss from this far away, so all I know is that a coin was tossed and then they walked away. Then I see Shuichi walking up to the serve position. The ball is thrown to him and he grabs hold of it, spinning it a few times in his hand. Shuichi stands behind the service line, touching the ball to his forehead and staying in that position for a few seconds. I've been seeing him play so many times, I already know this is a habit of his. Always takes a few seconds where he serves to close his eyes and concentrate. Sometimes I even caught him muttering encouragement to himself. Once he's done, Shuichi takes position, holding the ball in his right hand. He tosses the ball into the air and begins running towards it. He jumps, arching his back and lifting his arms above his head. With one swift motion, he smashes his hand against the ball, sending it flying to the other side of the court with a blindingly fast speed. The other teams don't even have time to react as the ball crashes against the ground right between two of the backline receivers, flying so high on the bounce it lands on the second floor stands. What's that ridiculously strong serve? Shuichi's serve's always been strong, but that thing was a cannon. Did he level up his skills again? I wasn't paying attention. I feel a well of pride swelling inside of me alongside my incredulity and surprise. Ah, there it is. That serve is downright unpleasant to receive. Last time we watched him play wasn't like that. Since when has he been serving like this? I started this year. He kept us having to stay up late so we could use us as guinea pigs for his serve. This way you guys can polish your receiving skills while I improve my serve, is what he'd say. My arms still hurt whenever I think about it. A few freshmen quit after a few weeks of it. Well, that was pretty funny. Damn, Walter scares me sometimes. It's easy to forget how much of a monster he is on the court. He isn't called Japan's best setter for nothing. No one's called him that, ever. Also have him having a strong serve, that's absolutely no better than being a good setter or not. Well, you're certainly good at piling on the criticism, huh? Despite his harsh words, I noticed that Haruki's eyes are glued to Shuichi. It's like he's not seen anyone else in the court. His attention focuses solely on the husky as he moves around. For some reason I start getting an unpleasant feeling at the pit of my stomach that I can't place. Yay, another service ace! My attention is finally called away from the wolf next to me. I hear the chief will sound to my friends as they yell in excitement. Oh wow, 4-0 already? Shuichi really isn't playing around. That's an impressive streak, especially right at the start of the match. I wonder how long he can keep that on. Shu-chan's a pretty impressive concentration when he gets going. This might last for quite a bit. And no kidding. Bet you guys could kiss his ass a little more. I don't think you can feel it from here. Haruki. I speak as sternly as I can, almost as if I admonishing a child. I already had my own suspicions on this sort of treatment, but surprisingly this works. Sorry. He looks away, muttering a quiet apology almost immediately. I don't even think I stumbled into some kind of secret way to handle him. I think he just naturally grew to respect me since the last time we talked. If that's the case, I'm certainly grateful since it's makes things a ton easier. Geez, you need to work on that personality of yours. He ignores Saya, quietly watching the match instead. Ah, he picked it up. The sound of the ball hitting flesh echoes loudly throughout the entire venue when the other team's players is finally able to receive the ball. No matter how I look at it, that looked like it hurt to pick up. If they managed to pick it up, he couldn't get the ball back to the setter. It's true that the received ball flew further back once it hit the receiver, really hitting the wall. The other team seemed to lose this opportunity as two of them desperately ran after the ball. They managed to get a second touch in sending the ball towards their front line. With no room to spike, they had no choice but to toss it to the side as haphazardly as they could. I could see Shuichi's lips moving, though his words couldn't reach me. Even so, I know that at the moment he probably said something like, free ball. The first time in the match, Shuichi's teammates are moving as well. They go for a leisurely first touch, sending the ball right over Shuichi's head. As I've seen him do many times before, he jumps to toss the ball. His figure as his body is in the air is surprisingly graceful for someone his size. I remember once asking him why he always jumped when setting the ball. He listed so many reasons that my head hurt all after hearing it. I can barely even remember them all that well nowadays. Still, it's been ingrained in my head that Shuichi believes jumping for every setup is a very important thing to do. At least that much I know. It's a pipe. The wolf calls it before the ball even makes contact with Shuichi's fingers. Shuichi tosses the ball right to the centre of the back row. The opposing team is caught by surprise. They seem to have expected a fast attack from the front. While their reaction is delayed, Shuichi's teammate takes to the air, spiking the ball over the net. The other team attempts to pick it up. The ball hits one of their players on the shoulder and bounces out of the court. The crowd is totally silent throughout this whole thing. Even when the team involves a well-known player in the area, no one expects this much of a gap during a quarter-final match. 7-0 already. The start of this set is an indication that it's going to be a massacre. We're all not in agreement with varying degrees of excitement. Once the match ended, Shuichi shot me a message asking us to meet up with him in the lobby once he got done talking to his team. Man, that was really cool to watch. June has always been excited the whole time we watched the match taking place. He kept muttering to himself about how exciting it was to see a game up close. Bless his heart, he was too innocent for this world. I don't know, feels like it was over too quickly. The whole thing was a bloodbath. That was it was over before I even knew it. Our school won in straight sets. The final score was 25-12 and 25-9. Felt really bad for the other team. You could see their spirits being crushed little by little. For all the flack I give Shuichi's team, they do have a habit of cruising their way to the finals. I suppose I could stand to go a little easier on them. Nah. I see Shuichi almost dashing towards us and lift my arm to wave at him. Shuichi, hey! Wah! Shuichi wraps his arms tightly around me, lifting me off the ground and leaving my legs dangling in the air. We won! We fucking won! He seems to be beside himself with excitement. He twirls me around the air while laughing. Shuichi, put me down. I'm starting to get dizzy. Sorry, I just can't help being excited. His tail is wagging non-stop, a blue blur moving behind his back. I can see that. Shuichi puts me down on the ground. Being able to touch the floor with my feet again is a relief. However, he still keeps his left arm wrapped around my shoulders, something I immediately become conscious of. You guys see how well the whole team did? They were pulling off the most unbelievable receives. Made me feel like some kind of proud parent. You certainly do boss us around enough to be able to call yourself a parent. Haruki? Once he notices the wolf's presence, he pulls his arm away from me, staring at Haruki slack-jawed. Surprised to see me? Well, yeah. What are you doing with my friends? A devious smile creeps up his face and I begin to feel dread. I got invited to tag along with Mishimaya. He was super nice about it too. Gotta say, I really felt loved. Oh no. He's not trying to make Shuichi jealous, is he? When I go towards Shuichi, I see a look on his face I don't like seeing. Oh, I see. Hey, Shu-chan, do you think you'd be able to have lunch with us before your semi-finals? Sai cuts me off before I can say anything, cheerfully asking a question that's related to food. Which, considering it's his Sai I'm talking about, makes a lot of sense. Well, I'd really like to, but I'm not supposed to leave the venue in case something comes up. How about we go over to a nearby convenience store and get some food to order? That's a great idea, Kei-chan. Don't call me Kei-chan. It's a pretty good chain one nearby. They've got a good selection of sushis and noodles. Sounds like a good idea. We should probably get going so don't waste too much time. We're advised to eat as fast as possible so he doesn't have a full stomach during the match. Well, thanks for being so considerate. By the way, how about one of you guys stay behind to keep me company? I don't really want to go back to the team and then have to come here again. Shuichi eyes me from the corner of his eye, making me smile involuntarily. Hector can stick around with me, can't you? Oh, sure, I'd love to. I guess that makes more sense after all. Okay, let's get going then. I'm starting to get hungry. You're always hungry. You're not wrong there. I noticed Haruki staring between Shuichi and me with an annoyed look on his face. You're enjoying a little picnic, I suppose. Since I'm still technically part of the team, I think I should stick around. His gaze isn't straight from the two of us for even a second. But, well, I suppose that's fair. For some reason, I feel a small wave of panic growing in my throat. I don't really know why. The idea of Haruki staying behind with Shuichi and I makes me really uncomfortable. Especially when it's so obvious to me that Shuichi is just looking for an excuse to get some alone time with me. Nope, sorry, you're coming with us. Those words come from a person I didn't expect to say anything about this entire matter. Aki shoots a quick glance at Shuichi and I before tugging on the wolf's sleeves. Come on, you joined us to watch the games. You might as well join us for lunch too. Haruki visibly hesitates at this before looking away. Oh, fine. Well, anyway, since that's settled, can we get going? Sure, make sure you don't get me something super heavy, okay? There's any chance of that happening. Look at how many athletes are going out to buy lunch today. I'll buy the fattest piece of meat I can find. It'll be 90% fat and just a little sliver of meat underneath it. Please don't. The five of them walk out of the venue with Haruki looking back at us with an indecipherable look on his face, his arm being tugged away by my little brother. And that is where we're going to leave the video today, because I don't think I can fit the rest of this in easily. I think it's going to be a bit of a long one today. So let me just find the save. Let's just save that. So we'll see what happens, if you don't already know, in the next Tennis Ace video. And speaking of videos, of course, I have patrons helping me do all this, which is much appreciated. And my top patrons, as usual, are Evan King, Grizz, Samuto, The Beholder, David Taylor, Popot, Brandon Bradford, Anubis Silverwind, and Idare Corval. Very much appreciated. Thanks, guys. So the next video is... I don't actually know yet. I'm expecting it to be Far Beyond the World. And what's going to happen with this Far Beyond the World video is actually going to be in 2 parts. So I played through a couple of parts of the Patreon update, and let's say it's a long one. So I could well be talking for like 3.5 hours solidly, and you guys would have to sit through 3.5 hours of me talking. So I'm going to split those ones up. When they come out, I'll figure out the best way to stop. So there'll be 2 Far Beyond the Worlds coming up this month. Same update, just split up. See, we still have William's update in the smoke room to come. No password this month. I'll see if I can finish off Minotaur Hotel. And Interia should be coming out sometime to the public. I'm not quite sure when that is, so I'll be doing that one. So quite a few things to look forward to. I might throw an extra video in April, I'm not quite sure yet. And I might be revisiting an old series. A few ideas I have at the moment which aren't too set. We'll just see what happens. But that's it for this one. I can see the graph of audience retention dropping as I talk. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed it as usual. Until next time, bye for now.